Hello, friends. God bless you. We thank the Lord for giving us another day. I just want to encourage you this morning that whatever you are going through, the Lord is aware of it. I came across a preacher and I was listening to his message, and in the message he mentioned that sometimes you go through situations in life not because you did something wrong, but rather you did something right. And when I heard that, it looks like it was speaking to me in a different way. You see, sometimes you can listen to a whole message and maybe just one word will click and then it speaks to you in a special way. So when I heard that, I decided to share how I was encouraged in this word with you as well. And I will take Job as an example, that the Bible said that he was a righteous person. He was a righteous person. That a time came that the enemy, because of how he fears the Lord, he went and seek permission, asked from God just to touch this man. And God gave him the permission to do that. But the Bible said in the midst of him going through his trials, his friend questioned that how can he love God and still be going through this? The message that I want to give to you today, that sometimes you go through some things in life, it's not because you have done anything wrong, but for the glory of the Lord to be seen. When we consider the life of Joseph, Joseph was someone who fears the Lord and he loves the Lord. But because of what God has ordained for him, without him knowing that he was called to go ahead of his family, that a time will come that their source of living will depend on him. And because of that, he has to go through a process that wasn't something that I believe he imagined himself to go through. He saw the good part, that he didn't even know the interpretation of that dreams, those dreams that he was having, that his brothers are bowing to him. But in the midst of the process, just imagine someone who loves God. Maybe he listens to his father, he's humble, and then he was sold into slavery. How will people see him? How can this happen to someone who loves the Lord? The message again is, sometimes we suffer not because we have done something wrong, but rather something good. I remember in the Bible, the book of John, chapter 9, verse 2, that the Lord opened the eyes of a blind person, and the people around him asked him if the father or the mother sinned for that to come unto him. And the Lord answered, none of them sinned. None of them, but for his glory to be seen. Whatever you are going through today, it looks like every time that you are trying to move forward, you come back like 10 times. No matter how you are trying in life, it looks like everything is working against you. Yes, you love the Lord. Yes, you are devoted to the things of God, but you are still struggling. You are still struggling. That sometimes it is even hard for you to tell some people your situation, because you would think that how can you love God and you are saying all this is going through, you are going through all this in life. But can I tell you that sometimes when you are chosen for God's glory, there is a pattern that you go through, that the pattern that God has ordained for you, some people may not go through the same pattern. Just because you are called for God to show forth His glory, you will go through some stuffs. And God has given you the grace to go through it. He never left Job when everything was taken away from him. People question whatever that was going on with this righteous or this man of integrity. Joseph in jail, falsely accused, something that he did not do, all because of the plans and the purpose God has for him. Sometimes people go through something not because they did something wrong, but they did something right. The Lord that we are serving, the Messiah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. The Bible tells us that He is righteous. There is no sin in Him. But He went through the cross, falsely accused, was stripped naked for you and I. He was righteous. He hated sin. The Bible says wherever He goes, He was doing good. His heart was full of love and compassion. Sometimes people go through some hardships, shame, disgrace, rejection, abandoned, not because they have done something wrong, but maybe they have chosen to walk with the Lord. I am here to encourage you that whatever that seems to be against you in this time, whatever that seems to be against you for years, the Lord wants me to encourage you that it doesn't matter how people are seeing you. It doesn't matter how they are questioning in their hearts. It doesn't matter that sometimes you yourself ask yourself, what have I done to go through this? God is saying it's just for His glory to be made manifest in your life. The book of Romans chapter 8 verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose. Is there not a cause that it seems like always the enemy wants to come against you in a way for you to even give up? Job never gave up. Joseph never gave up when he was being falsely accused. The Bible said even in jail, the Lord was prospering him. You may not see the prosperity, or you may not see the physical prosperity or the physical things that shows that maybe you are blessed, but I am here to encourage you that God is doing something in your life. God will bring glory to His name. It is just a process. It is just a process. Yes, it is painful. Yes, you are rejected. Yes, people are laughing at you. Yes, people think that you have done something wrong. That's why you are struggling in life. But God is saying, and the word that I have for you today is, sometimes people go through something. It's not because they have done something wrong, but they are doing something good. The Lord, even in his time, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, whoever that was accused, he said that it is not because he was doing something bad, but his words and the truth that he carries, some people couldn't stand it. So they have to find a way to lie, to say things about him. Whatever you are going through, the Lord is aware of it. You may be questioning your own self. You just want to throw in the towel. You are tired. When, God, are you going to change my situation? When are you going to bring praise to your name? That I have not done anything wrong. That I am not living in a way that is contrary to your nature. When, God, when he is saying that, be still. Just be still. Job never opened his mouth to say anything against the Lord. Joseph never opened his mouth. The Lord on the cross, he said, not his will when he went to pray, but the will of God. It is the will of God for you to go through all these things that you are going through, that at the end, he will bring glory to his name. You are not a bad person. You have not went in a certain way to, find a way to take stuff from people. That evil is coming against you, that people call it karma. You did it and it is coming back on you. No. The Lord knows your heart, and the Lord knows you can go through this. That is why he will bring glory to his name at the end. Be encouraged that all things are working together for your good because you love the Lord. Take up your cross and follow him. Do not forfeit. Fight the good fight of faith, for the Lord will bring you to an expected end. God bless you for this hour. Amen.